Okay, guys, so we're going to start out with the calf and somewhat of a soleus stretch here. We're going to start by placing 1 foot forward and bending our knee, leaning into that knee as we push our back foot and heel down through the ground, making sure when we're doing any form of stretching to breathe deep in and out. Next up, I'm highlighting the hamstring here, the back of the leg. And what we want to do is brace the core, suck it in anytime we're doing any sort of bending. And you guys can see here, I'm getting a really good hamstring stretch, and I'm not really reaching for my toes. It's a big mistake if you're stretching your hamstrings out by reaching for your toes, because you never really want to flex your spine. I don't care what your yoga teacher or yogi told you, you don't want to flex your spine. Now we're going to go to the front of the leg, the rectus femoris. No, not the Harry Potter spell, damn it. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and stretch this out here. Again, deep breath in, deep breath out. Works great if you have something like a rail to support you, because this is kind of hard to balance while we are on one leg here. Next up, we're going to do the IT band. I'm actually going to show you guys two separate views of this just so you get it. Now, this is kind of similar to a calf stretch, but not exactly. We're going to go ahead and be in a similar stance. We're going to make sure our knee is in line with our ankle here, and by no means never going in front of the toe. What we're going to do is push on our hips down and forward and not much leaning. And you should feel this right where I highlighted. So here's another version or another view of me doing this IT band stretch. We're planting that front knee pretty much in line with our ankle and our heel. Our ankle. And again, we're moving our hips forward and we're not really leaning into our knee here. And you should feel this stretch right in your hip flexor where I highlighted. So next up, we're going to do the booty. You can see I was looking out the window to see if any neighbors could see me. So I'm going to pull out the chair here, and then I decided this is actually not the best view to show you guys. So I went ahead and moved for you. We start by crossing our foot over, and we do a tall back here, sucking our core in. We pull that knee to our shoulder, and just keeping a tall posture here, keeping the core tight. And you're going to really feel this. This is like one of my favorite stretches. I was actually really tight during this whole stretch scene here, so I decided to do the other side, which, if you guys haven't seen me do the other side before, absolutely you want to stretch both sides of your body at all time. I just felt like most of the time you don't need to see me stretching both sides. I was kind of selfish and just stretched both here because I was tight as hell. All right, so next up we're going to do the lat stretch. So great to have something to hold on to here. As always, when we're doing anything with the back, such as bending or stretching, we want to keep our core braced and a neutral spine. And doing so in this sort of manner, pulling on something and letting your body relax will get your lats and your upper back a nice stretch. Next up, we're going to have pretty much the lower back, but this is really the whole back. I actually made a mistake here by leaning my head back. I should have been more neutral, as in having my head looking forward, but this gives a great visual of what you don't want to do. Keep your head forward at all times. Okay, so next up we're going to do the neck here, and I'm actually going to show you guys two different stretches. The first one, pulling the neck ever so slightly to the shoulder. You want to be very careful here. Your neck can get thrown out of whack really easy if you pull too hard during neck stretches, so keep that in mind. Next up, we're going to look over the shoulder, down in the pocket, and we're going to pull down on the back of the head here. And again, be nice and light, and your neck will loosen up for you. And your boy is nice and loose, you can see. Drops a shimmy in there, and the shameless plug.